ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Toronto chapter, they hosted an event on the essentials of estate and wealth planning, which include wills, estate, and taxes. Let's see the full report. Why these topics are very important, because in any kind of a circumstances we have to take care of our estates, whether we have done wills, what are the main consideration while doing the wills, and taxes. So let's see the experts what they have to say on this.
Good morning, I'm Prachi Arora from the Bank of Nova Scotia Trust Company, aka Scotia Trust. We're here today speaking about estate planning, essentially what happens when somebody cannot act for themselves, substitute decision making, and wealth transition and succession planning. I look forward to everybody enjoying this session, and we look forward to your feedback. Thank you so much.
Hi, good morning. My name is Gautam Mohorikar. I lead the partnerships at Scotia Wealth Management. We have been working with ICAI for the last 10 years, and we are the proud sponsors of ICAI. We love the partnership, we love how we are working together cohesively, and we look forward to continuing this relationship for a long time.
Hi, my name is Michael Callback. I'm I have a firm that provides executor, power of attorney for property, trustee, and taxation and estate planning services. My name of my firm is Callback Trust Solutions. My major focus here, if there's one thing you can remember about my presentation, is A, make sure you have a will, and make sure you have a power of attorney for property and a power of attorney for healthcare. I'm going to talk about power of attorney for property specifically, and make sure your clients do as well. The major focus of my presentation today is on wills, powers of attorney for property, and trusts. And specifically in the trust area, we're going to talk about testamentary trust, and we're going to look at a scenario that probably is very common, where a testamentary trust would go ahead and solve the underlying issue associated with somebody having a life interest in a trust. Looking forward to the presentation today. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kevin Wong. I'm from Gwen Thornton. I'm a tax partner in the Oakville office. Honored to be here. Today I'm going to be talking about some taxation issue for business owner, specifically when they go through transition, what kind of things they should be looking for in their overall estate planning and succession planning. I will also be talking about the general overplan and on the double taxation issue when an owner passes away without any proper estate planning. Hopefully I will bring some value to the members here. Thank you.
Our first full day event from ICAI Toronto chapter. We all have gathered here today on very important topic, wills, estate planning, and we have very remarkable speakers like Baljit Kalriwan, we have Michael Kulbak, we have our sponsor Scotia, Prachi Arora here, and we do have Kevin Wong and Devesh Patel as well. A lot of the questions are going to get answered today. We are going to have a lot of interesting events throughout the year. We request all the members to join through ICAI Toronto chapter, be our member, and please take the advantage of all that we try to run here. Thanks everyone for being here on this chilly morning. Thank you.
Good morning and a very happy new year to everyone. This is Ritesh Desai, Chair of the Toronto chapter of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. We're welcoming you on Saturday, January 24, 2026 at our first event of 2026, wills, estate and tax. This is a very important topic for everybody. And at some point of in our careers, in our lives, this matters. So we have a very good turnout here of chartered accountants, CPAs. The event has been sponsored by Scotia Bank, Scotia Wealth Management. We're thankful to Amit Brahme and Gautam Mohorikar. And although it's a very cold morning, but looking at a turnout of close to 150 people just shows the commitment of ICAI commitment. So thank you very much, and I wish you a fantastic event. Looking forward to the event. Thank you.
Yeah, so my name is Baljit Kalriramana. I'm past chairman of the chapter. I'm so happy to be here today to attending this high net worth clients event. I'm one of the speaker also. So we're going to explain to our audience, and we are going to ask our chartered accountants to go to their clients to explain to them what they're going to learn today about will, power of attorney and estate, and how they can restructure their business. So we are thankful to the chapter organization committee to making this happen, and time to time they're doing it this month. And we're looking all the best. We're saying all the best to the chapter members, and looking forward to hear from all the speakers. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Devesh Gupta. I'm here from Prudent Law. And I'm going to be presenting today and speaking a little bit about legal FAQs for wills that a lot of our clients ask. And we hope that the members of ICAI will have the similar questions and will benefit from some of the answers that I hope to provide today. And I really want to thank ICAI for putting together this event and for organizing such educational seminars that they often do for their membership. I know I find it very helpful when I listen to some of the other speakers, so I trust from the attendance today and at some of the other events that a lot of their members do as well. So thank you again to ICAI, and I look forward to presenting and speaking to the membership.
So today's event is on wills, estate and taxes, proudly hosted by the ICA Toronto chapter. And we are going to talk about wills and estates, and these are some of the topics which everybody ignores, but they are perhaps the most important decisions of our life. And I think kudos to everybody who have come here on a very chilly Saturday morning to discuss these topics and understand in depth. So we're looking forward to a very good event.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Vivek Kapoor and I am the immediate past chairman and board or director of the Toronto chapter of the ICI. Welcome to this event on wills, power of attorney and estate planning. This is a very, very important subject where the chapter wants to throw light upon and educate the members as to what is the importance of will, why should you write a power of attorney which is technically a living will, and all the aspects around that including taxation are being discussed at this event today on January 24, 2026 at the Courtyard by Marriott in Brampton. So we have a very huge gathering of almost 200 people attending this event, eager to learn and educate themselves as well as implement these learnings in their regular life. So thank you for those who were able to attend, and for those who are unable to attend, please make sure you track our events on www.icatoronto.com and register for those events in time, and then please do attend. And this is a very good professional networking opportunity for everyone. So thank you so much, and thank you to Hashtag Media and Nitin Chopra ji for covering our events on an annual basis. Thank you so much, and wish you good luck and see you soon.
Hi everyone, this is Sumit Garg. I'm a CPA and a tax lawyer practicing in Mississauga, Canada. So this session today organized by Institute of Chartered Accountant of India for the awareness about the wills, primary wills, secondary wills, power of attorney for health and property. This is a very important topic, especially in the South Asian community. People are not aware about these important areas. People don't have even the basic will. If something happens in the family, they have to struggle about the probate applications. They don't know about these things. So it's really important to know about these topics, especially the wills, power of attorneys, family trust, how you can save the taxes. So this is really important. Please do your estate planning and consult with someone who knows, understand deeply about this. This is related with estate and tax, everything together. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, I'm Gaurav. I'm a member of the board of directors of Toronto chapter of ICAI. Today we have organized this event, and this is all about something which is very important, something that we always think our blink of our thoughts but never really action. It's about wills and estate planning. We love our family, we love our world that we live in, and we build this world together. And it's very important that once we are not here, it's been taken care of by our family members, and by our family members are also taken care of by it. So it's very important lessons that we have to learn today. I hope that all the members will take away all the messages that is relevant for their end of the life planning and for their family's future. We invite you to please join us for this education session. We're going to have more of the session coming in 2026, and hopefully we'll see you there if you miss this one. All the best. Thank you.
I think today's topic is extremely important. We are talking about wills, what happens after your death, how to protect your estate, and all of these topics are being covered today. I think most of the people from our community do not want to think about death. Will is actually, as one of our speakers said, it is a demonstration of your love towards your family, because once you are gone, they are the ones who are going to bear the brunt of taking care of your assets, taking care of what you meant. And instead of the government taking away large chunks of your estate through taxes, because it's unplanned, it is important to have the wills, power of attorneys, and trusts in place so that your assets are taken care of, and more importantly, your loved ones are taken care of as per what your wishes would have been. So I think everybody needs to pay attention to this important topic. Once you attain a certain age, say 40, 50, start thinking about and creating a will, a power of attorney, and making a plan what happens to your assets.
Good morning. It's a wonderful cold day, and it's nice to see that so many people are here to attend a very important topic, which is estates and will planning. It's very important because when the going is good, you are there to love and take care of people. But when the going gets tough, in cases of mental incapacity or in cases of demise, documents matter more than love and care, and that is where I think it's very important to understand the implementation of a will, two valid power of attorneys, having a trust in place. So these are important topics, and like the speakers have mentioned, that it's not just for the wealthy, it is for people across, and more so for the immigrant community, wherein people are across geographies and there are a lot of complexities. So we would urge people to take a deeper dive into understanding the importance of these particular legalities, so that their loved ones are truly taken care of. And taking care of would mean that, in times of unfortunate circumstances, the documents help them navigate and reduce the agony that they are suffering. Thank you so much.
On behalf of the board and the organizing committee, we welcome you all to this event, Wealth Planning Essentials, Trust, Estate and Taxes, proudly hosted by ICAI Toronto chapter. We would like to thank Scotia Wealth Management for sponsoring this event, and we would also like to thank Baljeet Kaliwarnaji, our former chairman, who has helped us to organize this event and assemble this amazing list of speakers for all of us. Thank you. Judging by the turnout today, I can say that estate planning is certainly more popular than sleeping on a very chilly Saturday morning. So kudos to you. So I'll start with some housekeeping rules. I request all of you to please be seated and keep your phone on silent mode. Avoid taking calls unless you get a call from your lawyer to discuss your will. That's an important matter. So you can step aside and take that call. I would also request you to keep those doors closed while the sessions are in progress, so that outside noise does not disturb the environment here. I'll read out the land acknowledgement now. As we gather here in Peel region, we acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee and the Wendat people. We are grateful to live and work on this land. To formally open today's event, we'll begin with National Anthem of Canada, India and ICAI. May I request everyone to please rise. Succession planning, wealth transition, estate, wills, trust, and critical documentation that protects our businesses and our families. We all know these are very important topics, perhaps the most important decisions of our life. But these topics politely sit on our to-do list, maybe below healthy eating or start exercising, and just like those two, we keep postponing them, right? Today, I would like to congratulate you that by being here, you have already taken the first step and are ahead of the curve. We have 4 sessions lined up today, and they're segregated into 4 segments. We'll have a coffee break around 10:30 after 2 sessions. Obviously, we can't do estate planning without caffeine. And we'll conclude around 12:30, which will be followed by lunch and networking event. And of course, an important reminder that there are raffle prizes to be won, so stay tuned for that.
Happy New Year! Well, I know it's a very cold morning and it's Saturday cold morning, but we've treated you with a very nice masala tea and a nice warm breakfast. I wanted a much more warmer reception. Let's bring it out. A very happy New Year to everyone. That's it. So, on behalf of the ICAI Toronto chapter, I welcome you all. Thank you for joining us today and for starting your Saturday morning and starting the 2026 year with this fantastic event. Seeing close to 150 people, professionals, tells us how important this topic is. A special welcome to our speakers for being here and sharing your knowledge and insights and real-world experience with us. That really matters to us. We look forward to hearing and learning from you today. I would also like to sincerely thank our today's sponsors, Scotia Wealth Management, especially Mr. Amit Brahme and Mr. Gautam Moharikar, Ms. Alison Mo. So thank you for your support. Without your support, we wouldn't have been able to sponsor and organize this event. So really appreciate your support. A big round of applause, please. Now let me very briefly tell you about ICAI Toronto. I know many of you know, but we still have some guests as speakers. So for their benefits, I'll very quickly talk about ICAI Toronto. So our parent body, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, it's the largest accounting body in the world with about 400,000 members globally. Our members are present not only in India, but we have about 55 chapters globally. ICAI is known for its very high ethics standards, rigor in the study courses, and very well globally recognized. We have leaders across industries, across businesses, in India, globally, and in Canada as well. Many of you are present in today's room. Here is why we as chartered accountants play a unique role. We are not lawyers, we don't draft bills, we don't give legal advice, but there is one important aspect that each one of us does. We are able to connect the dots. Clients come to us first. They trust us. They talk to us about finances.
We have Prachi Arora from Scotia Wealth Management. Prachi is a trust officer at Scotia Wealth Management who works closely with individuals and families to support estate and trust administration. With nearly a decade of experience across trust, estates and legal services in India and Canada, She brings deep insights into complex family dynamics and the transitions. Before joining Scotia Wealth, Prachi worked with JP Morgan Wealth Management team. She is a qualified lawyer, company secretary, and an associate trust and estate practitioner, TB through STEP Canada. Prachi, please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. It is indeed a privilege to be here to the Toronto chapter of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Being an Indian, I of course can resonate with everything that Ritesh just spoke about, how ICAI means to everybody back home. So thank you so much for having me here. Now, also, it is phenomenal to see such a great turnout. Ritesh has already set a very nice foundation to what estate planning is and what it should be and what it should ideally mean to all of us. So thank you so much for that again. Let me start with something really relatable here, okay? Anytime we start talking about estate planning, the client goes, hey, you know what, I have a will, everything's taken care of, and usually that is the end of your conversation with your client. But in our real life experience, signing a will is not the end of everything. In fact, the real work starts when somebody has to actually act on it. Okay? Now, that particular moment when your planning turns into actions, that is what we mean by wealth transition. My goal today here is very clear, to give you a practical view of what happens when clients can no longer act for themselves. Now, this is really important because when we're talking about these scenarios, the client is not really in a position to dictate and dedicate his time to all of these things because of capacity issues, or it could be absolutely anything at that point of time. So this is the moment where we need to act, and this is the moment where we need to really take advantage of whatever planning and advisory services that we have in place to make sure that our wealth transition plan is set and at the end of the day is met in the exact same way that we intended. Now, I will also try to get into picture as to how Scotia Trust fits in and where someone can actually, where we can actually try to collaborate in terms of dealing with these complex transitions and complex conversations specifically with the clients. In my role, I essentially look at the real life execution and administration of an estate. So whenever somebody has to act as an executor, a power of attorney, a trustee, that's where my team gets tapped into. So anything that actually happens on the boots on the ground, that's what we do. So we know exactly how these processes and the nuances of all these processes work.
Your business earnings are there. Everybody understands below 500,000, above 500,000, what happens. But they continue believing in more and more growth from X, Y, Z factors, put into 7 blue chip companies of the US and gain more money. But what is the important part is that what kind of a tax implication you have. So I wonder, I'm pretty sure there will be an arm with the Scotia who would guide on the tax implications and giving the kind of extrapolation on certain percentage that this growth could be at this level, and -2 or -3. So that's the important area. I wanted if you can explain a bit on the subject.
Like I said, and I'm sorry I have to keep it a little general, it's that we've got a lot of these planning departments within Scotia Bank that will help you with all of these things. We've got a lot of our financial planners, investors, advisors, including our tax team that will help with planning and strategizing these things for you. But I'll be happy to take this offline and give you a little more regarding those departments, and then we can probably touch base and take this up. And in terms of your death taxes and how you might have to try to arrange them, we've got our speaker who's coming in and speak the same thing. So that will probably give you a better idea, and then we can touch base again on this conversation. Thank you so much.
Actually, I was fine before coming here, but somehow 15-20 minutes into the presentations, I've suddenly started to have some heartache. I don't know what's wrong. Hopefully it gets better as time moves on. Anyway, they say that death and taxes are two certain things, but let me tell you that procrastination is also a certainty. That's what majority of us have been doing for a long time as pertains to wills and planning our own estates. And I'm similarly guilty. My wife is a lawyer. She does at least one will a day for somebody else, but my will is still not there. So, don't worry, we'll all get there. And to tell us the important documents that are involved in this actual process, we have our next speakers. Let me introduce the two great speakers that we have coming up, Michael Kulbak and Mr. Baljeet Kaliramna. Mr. Kulbak is the founder and managing principal of Kulbak Trust Solutions, specializing in estate and trust planning, taxation and compliance. A seasoned fiduciary professional, he brings extensive experience as a CFO, trustee, director and treasurer. Michael is a recognized thought leader and a columnist for Investment Executive, as well as a sought-after speaker and instructor on finance, tax, succession and wealth management.
How much you charge? Can you do cheaper? Can you do better than the other person sitting in the next room or more? But the same person, when they walk to the heart surgeon, they never ask this question. They only ask which best. That's the irony. That's the truth. When we think of health, we're looking for the best doctor. When we're looking for kids, we're looking for the best school. For the house, we try to find the best insurance. For the family future, we try to find a cheaper accountant and lawyer. And sometimes we try to download the template. And I'm sure Michael is going to find some time about somebody has written the bill through the downloads and they got caught and frauds. There are a couple of stories, we always talk about that. But let's be honest, we all accountants, we love to downloads. Half of our Excel sheets are born there. Even for our families, we try to download the template. And these days, we download, not only download, we keep the information to ChatGPT or all family information. So that's the truth. So, and that's what we try to do it basically. And Prachi, thank you very much for telling everybody about what Scotia Trust do. I want to tell people, audience guys, we do exactly the way Scotia do, but small firm and less clients. We have a team of tax lawyers. We're working together, so if you cannot afford Scotia, come to us. We are great in making money, guys, but we are terrible in protecting it. As we can tell our clients also, because that's what we are doing it. I recently attended a marriage in back home with my niece. We spent crores of rupees in arranging the marriage, but by the time to come night time out means Fira, everyone want to finish it within 20 minutes. They don't want to hear what is important for their life when they're going to stay together. Everybody want to try to do in 10-15 minutes so that, let's go. Like they spend crores of rupees. They spend hours and hours on celebration. But actual thing required to live together as a married couple, they don't want to spend it. That's our community. That's the people we live with. That's the client we have. We're going to work with them to tell them, not to scare them, to tell them what is important for us.
I'm old school, so I have an agenda. Remember those things? And we're going to go ahead and kind of talk about this. But before I get into anything here, I really want two things to resonate with you. What's really important. I know I don't want to lecture you on this, but it is critical. There's two things you remember out of the sessions today. It's please get yourself a will, a proper will, okay? A good will. I'm going to look at a case where it's an online will that somebody looked at and what happened there because they saved money, they went on the cheap, and it blew up. But get yourself a proper will. A good will is going to cost you probably the same as the premium, a 1-year premium for your house and your car insurance. Okay, so you know what that is? That's kind of a look at it. Get yourself a good will. Get yourself a power of attorney for property and health care. Equally important. So please, those are the two critical things you take back from my presentation, from Prachi's, from Kevin's, anybody here. get those documents, get your clients to get those documents. I have a practice because people didn't do that. Now, some people engage us because they have chosen me and our firm as executors, but I have a practice specifically because a lot of people haven't, and the family is in a mess as a result of that. Okay, and similar with a power of attorney. What we're going to do, my old school look, we're going to talk about the players in the estate, specifically in wills. We're going to go ahead and look at assets to consider in your will. This is where checklists really come in. We're going to talk about really cool terms. I'm going to look really smart because I'm going to talk to you about the terms redemption versus abatement, something you don't necessarily hear. We're going to talk about death without a will in testate planning, what happens if you die intestacy.